the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd-and-1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Seahawks at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CV, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailing?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Fields now to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Fields on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tanner Muse from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be play number 7 of the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to move back in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will. But if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and
he's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13.
So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tanner Muse able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back to Walker on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 44, Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive in the 2nd half.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's got room. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Right where the set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now it's Lockett. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And some space here.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 68 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Oh, he's got some breathing. There he goes, left side. 20, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 29, Seahawks 26. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And Walker once more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jackson being chased out left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson from the shotgun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Justin Jefferson, 43 yards. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
215 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over first and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both.